Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and industry leaders. A very, very good morning to each one of you. On behalf of Messe Stuttgart India, it is my honor to welcome you all to the MOLDEX India conference. Here, we will embark on an enlightening exploration of the Indian molding industry, delving into the latest technologies and techniques that are steering our industry towards global excellence. As we gather here today, we recognize the significance of molding as a pivotal force in shaping the foundation of numerous industries worldwide. The ever evolving landscape of the molding sector demands a keen understanding of the emerging technologies and innovative techniques that not only cater to the local needs, but also position our nation as a global industry leader. Today's conference is a testament to our commitment to staying at the forefront of industrial advancements, fostering collaborations, and sharing insights that drive the growth of the Indian molding industry on the global stage. The topics we'll explore will not only inspire, but also serve as a compass guiding us towards a future where innovation, sustainability, and efficiency reign supreme. Without further ado, let's dive into our agenda for today, which promises a wealth of knowledge and opportunities for meaningful dialogue. I would request Mr. Mukesh Kharia, Division Director of Messe Stuttgart India and Project Manager of Moldex India 2024, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to each and everyone who made this event possible. Be it like our supporters, be it our partners, be it our exhibitors, media persons, everyone. And the people sitting here, I would like to welcome you all and thank you all for being here. So it is my honor and pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and everyone. And as we are here gathered together for this Moldex India, so Moldex India has a conference which is part of this event, and we are very happy to have all the distinguished speakers who are going to give us so much good insight about the industry, about the technology, how we can shape this industry together for the future. Because nowadays, like we are talking about 5 trillion economy, but to make an economy, an ecosystem for 5 trillion, it is an Herculean task. It is not easy like to make an economy at 5 trillion. But yes, Indian manufacturing industry is going in very right direction, where the government policy is also supporting the manufacturing sectors in such a way that we can be assured that one day we are going to be a 5 trillion economy for sure. But of course, for that, we need to have the manufacturing base, which is the backbone of any economy. You can see, like any other economies who are the top economies of the world, their main area is manufacturing. Because of that, they are going to make their country's economy as a global perspective, we can say, an example for other countries that how we should do. We are good learners, we follow the things, and I think through this conference, our distinguished speakers will throw some more light on this topic. So I will be, our delegates will be able to hear some insights on the topics which are not relevant but crucial for the growth. For example, that decoding the new foreign trade policy and its roadmap, because nowadays, it is a matter of exports. Any country which is requiring to shape its economy, so the things are going to shape by the economy of exports. And another thing, how we are going to empower the excellence of the manufacturing, be it in advancing the tooling, molding, and maintenance. So these topics are which are key part of any manufacturing, be it of any manufacturer. So molding is the I would say it is the mother of all the manufacturing, as Mr. D.K. Sharma rightly yesterday said. So thank you for that keyword which I mentioned. And of course, people like you will definitely help us in shaping the things in a better way. And these topics are dynamic landscape of our industry. They are reflecting the constant evolution and innovation, and that will define how our journey will be. It will serve as like completely guiding force the industry which we are into. It is very complicated, at the same time very simple as well. So I extend my warmest welcome to our esteemed speakers, whose expertise and experience will shape the conversations that drive innovation in the molding industry. Your presence in this event will definitely make the things in a right direction. And of course, to our respect delegations, your participation is a testament. And I'm sure, like, their numbers are raised, but over the period, they will increase for sure. So through this conference, we are going to discuss something which is important for each and everyone who is present here or who is also not present here. It will further spread it through the words. So I wish you all a very fruitful and inspiring experience at the MOLDEX India conference. By this, I would like to again thank you so much for your support, being here, and we are going to make this event better and better over the years. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Mr. Kharya. Ladies and gentlemen, to set the stage for today's enlightening discussions, it is my great pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker. He is a visionary leader, a driving force in the industry, and the managing director of VDMA India. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rajesh Nath. Mr. Rajesh Nath has more than 32 years of experience working in various industries in Germany and India. He has been accorded the Cross of the Order of Merit, highest civilian award from the German president for promoting Indo-German trade in engineering sector. He has a degree in Bachelor of Engineering with distinction. He also has a business management degree, securing the first rank with the gold medal. Further, he did an international business program from the reputed Indian Institute of Management, JOCA, in 2004. Mr. Nath joined the Indian office of the German Engineering Federation, also known as VDMA, as general manager in 1999. He was appointed director of the company in 2002. Since 2008, he is heading the organization as managing director. During his period, the export of German machinery to India has increased almost six-fold, and the number of VDMA members in India now stands at around 600. Mr. Nath started his professional career in Germany. He also joined KHD Hamboldt-Wedag Clone in Environmental Technology Division and worked there from 1993 to 1997. Mr. Nath is a fellow member of International Council for Consultants, member of Institution of Engineers in India, fellow member of Mining, Geological and Metallurgical Institute, and other well-known bodies in India. He's also on the editorial board of several reputed industrial publications and a committee member of the Quality Council of India. He's also actively involved in social work with the NGO Kadam, which provides livelihood solutions to women and youth in rural areas. Further, he has been connected with Rotary International since many years. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome Mr. Rajesh Nath to the MOLDEX India conference. Mr. Nath will be sharing his valuable insights into India's development over the last decade. Mr. Nath, your expertise and perspective are truly enlightening, and I would request you to kindly helm the podium. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. A hearty welcome. First of all, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the German Engineering Federation, the Precision Tools Division, a hearty congratulations, first of all, to Message Stuttgart, India, for this inaugural edition of the MOLDEX India exhibition and conference. Also, a hearty welcome from my side to all the exhibitors from Germany and India who are here, all our dignitaries who are present here to hear this conference or to participate in the conference, the speakers, the panelists who are present here. So, wishing you good interaction. I'm sure there is a line of very esteemed and reputed speakers and panelists who will be sharing their expertise. My aim was to give you a set of context, give you a little bit on how India's development has happened in the last decade or so. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Friends, astronaut Neil Armstrong had famously said this after becoming the first human to set foot on the moon. Similarly, becoming the first country to land on the lunar South Pole with Chandrayaan-3 is a giant leap for the Indian space industry. The spot where Vikram successfully touched down has been named Shiv Shakti, symbolizing the fusion of resolution and strength. Further, on 6 January 2024, India achieved another milestone with the halo orbit insertion of its solar observatory spacecraft Aditya L1. In fact, this is India's first solar mission to study the sun. The Indian Space Policy 2023 is a clear step towards India's engagement in the realm of new space and reveals the government's vision to enable private enterprises to oversee comprehensive activities spanning the spectrum from launch of satellites and rockets into the space to the operation of Earth stations. Currently, India has a share of 2 to 3% in the US $360 billion global space sector, which is expected to rise to 8 to 10% in the next decade. The G20 presidency was another landmark for our country. This growing confidence is a reflection of India's economy's increasing clout. The G20 forum, in fact, represents 85% of the global GDP and 75% of the international trade. 220 meetings were held across 60 cities, covering all the 28 states and the 8 union territories within India. India has come a long way in these 77 years of independence. Even after having suffered through a pandemic like COVID, India has shown tremendous resilience, first by becoming the COVID vaccine supplier to the world, as well as becoming the fastest growing large economy in a polarizing world with elevated debt, decelerating growth, and the rising geopolitical uncertainties. Friends, in just a decade, India has zoomed from being the 10th largest economy to the 5th largest. Looking back to the last 10 years, India has transformed and made irreversible non-linear changes. In fact, from being one amongst the fragile 5 in the BRICS to regaining the mantle of the world's largest growing major economy. India has come a long way in the past decade. In fact, in the short span of 10 years, India has gained position in the world order with significant positive consequences for macro and market outlook. Let us look at some of the parameters to assess India's development in these last 10 years. The fillip to infrastructure is visible in our national highway projects, which has increased from 25,700 kilometers to 53,700 kilometers. That means more than doubled in the last 10 years. Broadband subscription, we all use data. So broadband subscription has increased from 59 million to 771.3 million. That is a 13 times increase. Renewable electricity generation has increased from 26 gigawatts to about 96 gigawatts. Railway route electrification has jumped from 4,100 kilometer, which was 6.3% of the total railway electrification, to 28,800 kilometers, which is about 43% of the total railway electrification. Now, digital transactions, friends. We talk about India's digital journey, and I think this substantiates that fact. Digital transaction, which form 4.4% of our GDP in the year 2016, increased to 76.1% of the GDP in the financial year 23. And this is, I think, a remarkable indicator of the formalization of our economy. Now, data consumption, and this is very interesting, friends. Data consumption used to be half a gigabyte per month. So from half a gigabyte per month, we are consuming half gigabytes per day, which is almost a 30 times increment in the last 10 years. Manufacturing output was about 674 US billion dollars in the financial year 2012, and this has increased to 447 billion dollars in 2022 and is projected to grow to about 2,000 billion dollars in 2032. The nominal GDP rose at a CAGR of 5.7% from US dollar 1826 billion in 2012 to US dollar 3,184 billion in the financial year 2022, and is expected to rise at a CAGR of 9% to US dollars 7,900 billion in financial year 32. The nominal GDP per capita rose at a CAGR of 4.5% from US dollar about roughly 1,400 in 2012 to US dollar 2,300 in 2022. And if India continues the growth path and grows at a rate of about 8 to 9%, this will reach 5,250 US dollar in financial year 32. Also, the largest tax reform in independent India, the goods and service tax, GST, was implemented in 2017 and is bearing fruits now. And in fact, if we look at the statistics of the last 6 to 7 months, each year is a record collection of GDP, of the GST. Looking at the trade figures with Germany, friends, a decade back, the export of German machinery and equipment to India was around 2,500 million euros. And it has attained now a record figure of 4,400 million euros, which is an increase of about 76% in the last decade. In fact, in 22-23, Germany recorded more than 42,000 Indian students, which makes actually Indian students as the highest number of foreign students in Germany. We have surpassed China also, which was about 39,000 students to Germany. So there has been a good growth of the bilateral trade also among the two countries. And for the first time in 2022, there was the Indian exports to Germany have increased than German exports to India. And this has happened after almost a gap of about 20 years where India has a positive balance of trade with Germany. And I think this would not have been attained without the efforts and endeavors of the German companies, the Indo-German companies, and the Indian industries. So a big thank you to all the German companies and the Indian companies in promotion of the bilateral trade among the two countries. Friends, I would like to conclude with a quote from Jimmy Dean, which I think is very prevalent to the present global uncertainties, the geopolitical uncertainties which we are facing. He said, I can't change the direction of the wind. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. So thank you, friends, and wishing you a very good deliberation and a successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Nath, for sharing your valuable insights into India's development over the last decade. Your expertise and perspective are truly enlightening for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give another round of applause to Mr. Rajesh Nath. I would request Mr. Mukesh Kharia to now kindly felicitate our distinguished guest.